I never thought I'd be here, standing at the edge of something so forbidden, so dangerous yet so undeniably right. She thought of him as off-limits, her best friend's older brother, freshly divorced and twice her age. But when we found ourselves alone during that weekend trip, just the two of us, the world shifted beneath my feet. An accidental brush of our hands, a lingering glance across the campfire, and I felt it, the undeniable pull. The spark that threatened to ignite everything. That night, as I lay in my sleeping bag, my mind replayed every small touch, every unspoken word. I couldn't sleep. Not really. Instead, I imagined his voice, the soft hum of his laugh, and the way his eyes seemed to hold secrets I wasn't supposed to see. The forbidden thrill coursed through me, a mixture of fear and desire. I knew this was madness, yet I couldn't deny that I was falling into a trap I'd sworn I'd never walk into. The next morning, as dawn painted the sky in shades of pink and orange, I wondered if I was already lost. I had built a life around stability, my career as a successful marketing executive, my marriage to a kind man who loved me, my close-knit circle of friends I cherished dearly. Every day I woke up grateful for the comfort I'd cultivated after years of hard work. My marriage was steady, predictable, a haven I relied on. My best friend Elena was like family. Her brother, Marcus, was always just a little too perfect, charming, witty, and genuinely kind. I never looked at him with anything but sibling affection. He was her brother, not a lover. But that weekend changed everything. When we were left alone, the boundaries blurred. At first, it was small things, casual touches that lingered a second too long, a compliment that felt more intimate than intended. And then, the night arrived. We sat by the river, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and pine. I caught his eye, and in that moment I saw the same hunger I felt reflected back at me. His hand brushed mine as he reached for his drink, and I swear my heart skipped a beat. I wanted to pull away, to remind myself of the danger, but I couldn't. Instead, I let my fingers linger on his hand, feeling the roughness of his skin, the electricity that shot up my arm. Every word he whispered seemed loaded with promise, every look intensified by the darkness around us. We knew this was wrong, what we were doing, yet it felt too good to stop. That weekend, every stolen glance, every quiet moment ignited a fire I couldn't extinguish. I found myself dreaming of him, craving the feel of his touch, the sound of his voice in my ear. When I returned home, hollow and aching, I knew I'd crossed a line I could never uncross. Now my mind is a battlefield, clinging to the stability I have, yet craving the chaos that comes with surrendering to this forbidden love. If this confession has you holding your breath, if your heart races with mine, then you won't believe what happened next, because after that weekend, everything changed. Mart is kept in touch, his messages filled with subtle hints, questions about my day, longing in his words, as if he was trying to draw me back into his world. I fought against it, telling myself it was just a fleeting distraction, a mistake made in the heat of the moment. But deep down, I knew it was more than I dared admit, more than I had ever felt before. I was caught in a web of desire I couldn't escape. The guilt was heavy on my chest, a relentless weight pressing down on every breath. I was married, for goodness sake. I loved my husband, but this kind of love felt different, more raw, more real, somehow more necessary. I didn't know how to stop it. There were moments when I would see Marcus in the quiet corners of my mind, his face illuminated by the soft glow of my bedside lamp, his voice echoing in the stillness of my house. I could smell his cologne, a sharp, invigorating scent that made my knees weak. I wondered if he thought of me too, or if I was just a fleeting distraction for him. But then came the doubts, the gnawing fear that I was risking everything, my marriage, my friendship, my sanity. I began to question whether I was chasing after a fantasy, or if this was my second chance at something I had long denied myself, true passion, genuine connection. I knew I had to decide soon. The stakes had never been higher, and yet the pull was impossible to resist. Just as I was beginning to think the universe was conspiring to keep us apart, Marcus suggested we meet one last time. Secret, no more hiding. My heart pounded like a drum in my chest as I read the text. Could I do it? Could I face the consequences of giving in completely? Or was this the beginning of my undoing? If you're wondering what I chose, if I finally surrendered or fought to stay safe, well, you'll have to stay tuned, because I know I can't run from this feeling forever. The moment I stepped into his apartment, the air thickened, tension swirling around us like a tempest. His eyes searched mine, a mixture of desire and regret. I felt my breath catch as he reached out, brushing my cheek with his fingertips, a touch so tender yet so charged. I closed my eyes, feeling the warmth of his hand, the beat of my heart echoing in my ears. In that moment, I realized that love, no matter how forbidden or complicated, has a way of finding us when we least expect it. It's a force stronger than fear, more compelling than reason. And I was ready to face whatever came next. Because sometimes, second chances come wrapped in the guise of betrayal. And if you're brave enough to follow your heart, you might just find something worth risking everything for. If you crave more raw, emotional confessions like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Your next chapter awaits.